You ever look in the mirror and feel like the world has already written your story for you, that somebody else decided how far you'll go, how much you'll make, who will respect you, and who won't listen? Forget all of that. Forget the limits other people put on you. Forget the opinions that try to chain your soul. You were born to break ceilings. You were born to turn heads, to make history, to become the exception in a world that is desperate for ordinary. And I don't mean exception in some surface level, Instagram post kind of way. I mean in a way that shakes the streets you walk, the people who doubt you, even the version of yourself that whispers, maybe I can't. Every major figure you've ever admired, every revolutionary, every billionaire, every legend, they didn't start with everything figured out. Edison didn't wake up perfect. He failed 1,000 times with the light bulb. Carnegie didn't inherit success. He built an empire from nothing but grit. Lincoln wasn't born a leader. He became one in the fires of war and personal loss. Disney, they laughed at his dreams before anyone believed. Ford got pushed aside until he proved that the future belongs to those willing to act when everyone else hesitates. And here's the truth: they weren't exceptional because life gave them a chance. They became exceptional because they refused to settle for less than everything. See, too many of us are living in the maybe lane. Maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll start tomorrow. Maybe they'll notice. No. Maybe won't make you rich. It won't make you respected. And it sure as hell won't make you happy. You have to show up for yourself like your life depends on it, because it does. And don't get it twisted. This isn't about ego. This isn't about being better than someone else. It's about being better than who you were yesterday, 10 times better than the version of you that is afraid to step up. The world isn't waiting for you to feel ready, it's waiting to see if you'll be brave enough to go. And it starts in the mind. Yeah, your mindset. I'm talking about that internal dialogue you're having right now. That voice that says, I can't, I'm not ready, it's too hard. You gotta choke that voice out, because your mind is the battlefield. Your mind is the studio where the next version of you is being created. You gotta guard it, feed it, sharpen it. The moment you decide you are the exception, your brain will start working like a machine programmed for excellence. You'll see opportunities that others walk past. You'll hear advice and know what's gold and what's noise. Clarity is the currency of the extraordinary. Without it, you're wandering. With it, you're unstoppable. Clarity comes from asking yourself the hard questions. What do I want? Not what society wants. Not what my parents expect. Not what my friends say. What do I want when nobody is watching? What do I want when there is no applause, no likes, no validation? And when you find that answer, you gotta latch onto it like it's the last breath you'll ever take, because that vision will carry you through pain, through doubt, through nights when the world seems against you. Discipline is what keeps that vision alive. You want to be exceptional, you gotta train when nobody is looking, grind when you're exhausted, push when everyone else takes the day off. Dreams don't work unless you do. And action, listen, don't just think about it, don't just plan it, move. Every legend I just mentioned had action running through their veins. Edison didn't just dream about light, he tried, failed, and tried again until the darkness surrendered. Ford didn't wait for a car to fall into his lap, he engineered, tested, and engineered again. You've got to put in the sweat, the tears, the early mornings and late nights. The world doesn't reward potential, it rewards results. But don't ignore gratitude in the midst of the grind. Most people think gratitude is soft, but it's actually power. Gratitude is fuel. Gratitude is what keeps you grounded when your success hits. Be thankful for the struggle. Be thankful for the people who doubted you, they lit a fire in your chest. Be thankful for the late nights, the cold calls, the rejection, it's shaping you into the person who can actually handle greatness. When you cultivate gratitude, you're telling the universe, I see the path, I feel the struggle, and I'm ready to rise anyway. Now, let's talk about resilience, the muscle you build when life keeps slamming doors in your face. Listen, the exception isn't someone who never falls. Nah, the exception is the person who gets knocked down 50 times, and the 51st time, they don't just get up, they run through the wall. Life will hit you. People will disappoint you. Circumstances will try to convince you that your dreams are too big, your goals too far, your fire too wild. but resilience is about deciding, I'm not done, I will not quit, I will be the exception. It's about developing a stomach for struggle, a backbone for criticism, and a heart that beats for possibility, even when everything in your body wants to give up. Adaptability. This is where most people choke. The world doesn't stay the same. The market shifts, technology evolves, people change, conditions crumble. If you're rigid, you break, but the exceptional, they bend without snapping. They learn fast, pivot faster, and take the unexpected curveball and turn it into an advantage. Look at history. Ford adapted his factories, Disney adapted his studio, Lincoln adapted his strategies. They didn't cling to how things were, they innovated, they evolved, they mastered the art of flexibility without losing sight of their vision. You can do the same. You can take chaos and turn it into opportunity. You just have to refuse to let fear dictate your next move. Believe. This is where it all begins. You can have strategy, discipline, clarity, all the grind in the world, but without unshakable belief in yourself, you will plateau, you will freeze, you will quit. Believe like your life depends on it, because your future self does. Believe when nobody's cheering you on. Believe when every metric says you're failing. Believe even when your reflection doubts you. Believe isn't a soft emotion, it's armor. It's the reason Edison kept testing, why Carnegie kept building, why Lincoln didn't surrender to despair. Belief will take you where talent and luck alone can't. And here's the kicker. The more you act on that belief, the more reality will start to bend to your will. And learning, don't sleep on it. The exception never stops studying life, people, markets, history, themselves. Every setback is a lesson, every failure a masterclass. You gotta read, listen, observe, and absorb. Knowledge is the rocket fuel for action. You can't just hope to be extraordinary, you have to prepare for it relentlessly. Let every experience teach you. Let every criticism refine you. Let every loss instruct you. Your mind is the workshop, and every lesson is a tool to sculpt the masterpiece that is you. Purpose. This is the heartbeat. This is why you get up when your body screams stay in bed. Purpose is the fuel that no failure can drain. The compass when life's map gets messy. Purpose turns sweat into gold, pain into progress, and ambition into legacy. Without purpose, discipline becomes a grind, belief becomes fragile, and vision loses its gravity. When you find your purpose, everything else aligns. You'll make decisions faster, execute smarter, and endure longer. You'll walk into rooms not just to exist, but to leave a mark, to change the narrative, to inspire those too scared to take their first step. Vision. See it, own it, breathe it. The exception doesn't stumble through life hoping for luck. They see the finish line even when others can't. They see the empire while others see chaos. They see the opportunity while others see obstacles. Vision is a flashlight in a dark tunnel. It keeps you moving, it keeps you pushing, and it keeps you waking up every morning hungry for more. And here's the key. You don't wait for someone to hand you a roadmap. You draw your own. You carve your own path. You run through walls that nobody else even sees. Now let's talk about action at a whole new level. Not the kind where you just do something, but the kind that shakes the universe. You see, ordinary people talk about their goals. Exceptional people live in their goals. They don't wait for conditions to be perfect. They don't wait for the timing to feel right. They act. Every single day, every single hour, every single moment that the world tries to steal from them, they take it back with purpose. You want to be exceptional? Stop sitting on the sidelines waiting for someone to notice you. Stop hoping the world gives you permission. Move. Move with intention. Move like the only option you've got is forward. And when people doubt you, use it as fuel. When life throws obstacles, use them as steps. Action doesn't care about excuses, it cares about results. And gratitude, don't forget it. The true exception isn't just hungry, they're humble. They know they didn't get here alone. Every lesson, every mentor, every setback, they're gifts. When you're grateful, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You see opportunities that others miss. You see resources that others overlook. Gratitude sharpens your vision, fuels your resilience, and keeps your heart steady while the world tries to shake it. Be thankful for the struggle. Be thankful for the doubt. Be thankful for the pain. It's shaping you into someone who can handle greatness, someone who can endure the storm and come out stronger on the other side. And here's the hard truth: true success, never comes without pain. You're going to be tested, you're going to be exhausted, you're going to face days that make you question everything, but that's the proving ground. That's where exceptions are made. While everyone else is quitting, complaining, or scrolling through life, you're building yourself, brick by brick, scar by scar, victory by victory. You're writing a story that will echo long after your voice is gone. Resilience, clarity, belief, discipline, action, gratitude, they're all pieces of the same puzzle. You can't pick one and ignore the others. You can't claim to be exceptional if you refuse to evolve. You can't rise if you refuse to grind. You can't lead if you refuse to learn. You've got to take every part of your life, every piece of your mind, every ounce of your energy, and fuse them into one unstoppable force. And here's the secret: when you do, when you fully commit, you'll realize that the exception isn't a title, it's a lifestyle. It's a way of showing up, every day, no matter what, and demanding from life what you were meant to claim. Look at the streets you walk, look at the people who told you you couldn't, look at the circumstances that tried to chain you down, and know this: none of it matters unless you let it. None of it defines you unless you let it. You were built to rise. You were built to overcome. You were built to shine in a way that makes the ordinary uncomfortable. You're not here to fit in, you're here to stand out. You're not here to coast, you're here to conquer. You're not here to whisper, you're here to roar. And the moment you embrace that truth, the moment you decide that you will no longer settle, that you will no longer be average, that you will no longer let fear dictate your destiny, you will become the exception. And remember, the exception doesn't wait for permission. The exception doesn't wait for luck. The exception doesn't wait for anyone to approve their dreams. They take, they conquer, they endure, they inspire, they make history. Every choice, every sacrifice, every grind, every sleepless night, they all point toward one thing: greatness. You don't have to look outside yourself for validation. You don't have to compare yourself to anyone else. You only have to measure yourself against the person you were yesterday and demand more. More courage, more effort, more persistence, more resilience, more of everything that makes you unstoppable. So I'm asking you, no, I'm challenging you to rise, to act, to grind, to believe so hard in yourself that the world has no choice but to notice, to embrace the struggle, to welcome the lessons, to live with purpose, and to move through life like a force that cannot be ignored, to leave mediocrity behind, to take the fire burning in your chest and turn it into legacy. You were not born average. You were not born timid. You were not born to follow. You were born to lead, to inspire, to achieve, to exceed every expectation placed on you, including your own. You were born to be the exception. Now, feel this, because this is the moment that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. You've heard the words, you've seen the examples, you've felt the intensity building in your chest, but it's not enough to feel it, you have to live it. Right now, this very second, you have a choice. You can keep scrolling, keep doubting, keep letting life happen to you. Or you can stand up, square your shoulders, lift your chin, and decide that nothing, no one, no circumstance, will hold you back again. You want to be the exception, you have to commit like your life depends on it, because it does. Every great in history didn't coast, they didn't hope, they didn't wait. They acted, they sacrificed, they endured, they got knocked down, laughed at, questioned, but they got back up, again and again, until their vision became reality. And here's what most people fail to understand: being exceptional is not about talent, it's not about luck, it's not about being smarter, faster, or stronger than everyone else. It's about heart, it's about fire, it's about refusing to quit when quitting feels like the only option. Every moment you spend hesitating is a moment someone else is taking what you were meant to claim. Every second you allow fear to whisper in your ear is a second closer to regret. Every ounce of energy you waste doubting yourself is a brick in the wall separating you from the life you were meant to live. You have to destroy that wall, tear it down piece by piece, and you start today, not tomorrow, not next week, today, right now. Stand in front of that mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say it loud enough that your soul feels it. I am the exception. I am built to rise. I am unstoppable. And when you say that, mean it. Don't let it be empty words. Let it echo through your actions. Let it resonate in your choices. Let it redefine the way you move through the world. You are not here to follow trends, to live small, to settle for mediocrity. You are here to innovate, to lead, to push boundaries, to make history. You are here to show the world what happens when someone refuses to accept the status quo, when someone refuses to play small, when someone refuses to let fear dictate their destiny. The path will be hard, the nights will be long, the doubts will come, but remember this: every obstacle is your proving ground. Every challenge is your opportunity to show the world and yourself that you're not like everyone else. You're stronger, smarter, hungrier, and more relentless. You were built to endure what others crumble under. You were built to rise when others fall. You were built to shine when the world tries to dim your light. And when the world says no, when the doors slam, when the doubt creeps in, and the people around you question your grind, you remember this truth: the exception doesn't need permission. The exception doesn't wait for approval. The exception doesn't shrink when the storm hits. The exception doesn't stop. The exception rises, relentlessly, unapologetically, with a fire that cannot be extinguished. That fire is in you. That potential is in you. That greatness is in you. So go. Go now. Run toward your goals like your life depends on it, because it does. Sacrifice, struggle, endure, learn, adapt, act, and grind harder than anyone else around you. Commit to clarity, embrace your purpose, protect your mindset, and let belief in yourself be unshakable. Make the choices that scare you. Make the moves that intimidate you. Make the sacrifices that seem impossible. Become relentless in your pursuit of excellence. Become untouchable in your execution. Become unforgettable in your legacy. And when you finally rise, when you finally step into your destiny, look back only to see how far you've come. Look back only to inspire those still wandering. Look back only to remember that every struggle, every sleepless night, every doubt, every no, every setback, they were all part of forging the person you were always meant to be. You are not average. You are not ordinary. You are not limited by your past, your circumstances, or the doubts of anyone else. You are built to achieve. You are built to dominate. You are built to inspire. You are built to overcome. You are built to conquer. You are built to rise above, rise beyond, rise through. You are built to become the exception, and the world better watch, because when you step into your greatness, nothing will ever be the same again.